Hello everyone, let's look at the steps to perform a clean installation of Windows 11 version 26H2 on compatible hardware. Although version 26H2 is expected to become available later this year, Microsoft is already making available the ISO file for the latest preview of the operating system, which you can use to perform a clean installation. Before proceeding with this process, it is important to point out that this version is still under development and it is not ready to be installed on a main computer. However, you can test the new version on a virtual machine or a spare computer. Also, if you are already running version 25H2 or 24H2, there is no need to perform a full installation. Both versions share the same core, and upgrading to 26H2 will be handled through an enabling package delivered through Windows Update. The process completes in just a few minutes and behaves just like a cumulative update than a traditional feature upgrade. Regardless of the device you want to use, remember that a fresh install erases everything on the computer, so it's recommended to create a full backup before proceeding. First, the installation is a three-step process that includes downloading the Windows 11 version 26H2 ISO file, creating a bootable USB flash drive, and then proceeding with the setup. Additionally, you must ensure that the computer can start from the USB flash drive, which might require changing the UEFI settings on the motherboard. Since firmware settings vary per computer, it is best to refer to your manufacturer's support website for more specific details. However, check the link in the description that I have a link to a tutorial that shows you the general steps in order to access the UEFI settings. Okay, first we need to download the ISO file, which is possible from the Windows Insider Program downloads page, which is using this link. Also, don't worry about any of the links because I have also a tutorial on the description that walks you through all the steps and all the links that you need to use. From here, you have to make sure that you're signed in with your Microsoft account. And then at the bottom of the page, we are going to select the latest build and the experimental channel that is inside of the 26300 series. It will show up as 25H2. However, Microsoft have already announced that builds in the 26300 series are part of version 26H2. And after the installation, you are going to see that the version number will read 26H2. Then we need to confirm. We need to choose the language. And then you just need to click the download button and save the file to your computer. I already downloaded the latest version of the operating system, so I'm going to cancel this. Now, after downloading the image, we need to create a bootable USB media. And since we downloaded the ISO file, we cannot use the media creation tool. For this, you can use any of the popular tools such as Rufus or Ventoy. However, to avoid using third-party tools, I'm choosing to use native commands available on Windows 11. So we're just going to use command prompt in order to create the bootable media. First, we need to mount the image, and we're just going to right click on the file and select the mount option. Once the image is mounted on the computer, make sure to note the drive letter, which is this case is F. You can see it right here and right here. Now, connect the USB with enough space in order to create that bootable media. I do recommend using a USB with at least 8 GB of storage, but make sure that nothing important is on that drive because this process is going to delete everything on that drive. Okay, first I'm going to open the terminal as an administrator by doing a right click. I'm just going to switch to command prompt. I'm just clearing the screen. That's no part of the process. Now we're going to open the diskpart tool. We're going to list the disks. And as you can see, I have a flash drive of 16 GB. So I know that this one that reads 15 GB, that's the actual drive that I need to use to create the bootable media. So now I'm going to select the disk one and I'm going to clean it. So this is going to erase everything on that drive. Now I'm going to create a primary partition. Going to select the partition 1. I'm going to format using NTFS, and to do that, I'm going to use the format fs equals NTFS and the quick switch to perform a quick format. Okay, so now we're going to assign a drive letter, and in my case, I'm going to use the letter X. Now we're going to exit from this part. And now we're going to switch to the virtual drive, which in my case is F. So you have to use the right letter that corresponds to the mount point on your computer. Now I'm going to open the boot directory, and then I'm going to run this command against the flash drive that I connected to the computer, which in my case, the drive is X. So now the target volume has been updated with the boot manager compatible boot code. Now we need to exit the directory. And now we're going to use this command. And here I'm going to change the drive letter for the source of the Windows 11 files, which in this case is the mounted ISO. And now in the command, we're going to copy everything to the X drive, which is the USB flash drive. And we're going to use these options and press enter. Now, this is going to take some time. After the process completes, you're going to have to power down the computer, and then you will need to connect the USB bootable media to the device that you want to perform the installation, and then you need to power on the computer. If you have already configured the UEFI settings, the computer should boot directly into the Windows setup. If this isn't the case, you may be able to access the boot menu using the function or delete key from the keyboard, and then you can choose to boot from the Windows 11 version 26H2 USB. But it's important to note that this process might take some time. So you can see now the process has completed, and we continue with the installation process. So here we are in the Windows 11 setup. Now on the first page of the Windows setup, make sure that the language and time and currency settings are correct and click next. Make sure that the keyboard or input method is set to the correct language and click next. So we're going to install Windows 11, and then we need to check this option, and then we're going to click on next. You're going to need a product key to activate Windows 11. However, during installation, you can simply click the I don't have a product key option. Now, if this computer had a version of Windows 10 or 11 already installed, you may be able to reactivate with the same product key. And usually the computer will activate automatically. Now, select the edition of Windows 11 that your product key activates. In my case, it's Windows 11 Pro, and then click Next. Accept. Now, I have an empty hard drive, but in your case, if you have a previous installation of Windows, you might have a bunch of partitions. What you want to do is just to select each of the partitions on the main drive and select the Delete Partition option until you have a single unallocated space, as you can see right here. Then select the drive that you want to install Windows 11, and then click Next. And now let's click the install button. And now to finish the installation of Windows 11 version 26H2, we need to go through the out-of-box experience. First, make sure that your region or country is correct, and then click yes. Select the keyboard layout and click yes. You can skip this option, as you can always add a secondary keyboard layout later on. Now, on this page, we can set the computer name and make sure that the name doesn't contain any spaces or special characters, as you can see right here. Now, this is a relatively new option, but you can click on Show Advanced Options, and here we can specify the user folder name. So usually when you set up your computer, the system uses part of the Microsoft account in order to create that user profile name. But now, during setup, we can set it manually. And then when we click Next, the computer will restart. Now, this page only appears on Windows 11 Pro. If you have Windows 11 Home, you won't see this. So here, select the Setup for Personal Use and click Next. Now let's click the Sign In button to proceed with the Microsoft account creation. Now, in my device, I can only create a PIN, but if you have a laptop or another device that includes other type of biometric authentication, you might see different options to create a Windows Hello authentication method. So here we're going to click on Create PIN. Now let's review the privacy settings. You can always turn off any of the settings that you don't want, and then click Accept. Now I'm going to set up this computer as a new device, so I'm not going to restore any backups. So I'm going to click on More Options, and I'm going to click on Set Up as a New PC. And here again, I'm going to click the Set Up as a New PC option. On this page, we can customize how we're going to use the computer to get personalized tips and different type of promotions. But usually I like to skip this part. Click the skip button, skip this option too, and click the not now option right at the bottom. Click next, skip, and that's it. Now we are on Windows 11 version 26H2. We can confirm by going to the Settings app, and then on System, About, you can see that we are in 26H2. Now it is important that we go to Windows Update and then make sure to download any available updates. Also make sure to go to Device Manager and confirm that all the drivers are installed correctly on your computer. If you see Device Manager like this, it pretty much means that all the required drivers are installed. It doesn't necessarily mean that all the updated drivers are installed, but all the drivers are applied on the computer. Now, if there are any errors or something you need to pay attention, you will see a yellow or red mark. Now, this is the only thing I noticed is that if you go to the Windows Insider program, you're going to see that we are on version 25H2, but it's known that this channel is for version 26H2 right now, as long as we choose the experimental channel. But as you can see, or at least at the time of this recording, I'm not seeing the feature flags page. But one thing I'm noticing is that you're not automatically signed in to the Windows Insider program. So I'm going to do that. So now that we're signed in, we should be able to get future updates for the version 26H2 through the Windows Insider program. When it comes the time that this version is available, you want to turn on the Unenroll device so you can keep the setup without having to install the operating system to stay on version 26H2. So after restarting the computer, I'm still not able to see the feature flags page, but that might take a while to appear on your computer. And that's it. That's the process to perform a clean installation of Windows 11 version 26H2 using the latest image that Microsoft offers through the Windows Insider program. Remember to leave your comments, like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. And I just hope this video was informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.